want, you can go down to your deep squat. Or if you can start, if you want, we can start standing to kind of not have to get in that deep squat. But if you like to get there, go ahead and get in there, or just join me. This one's a little funky. You go, if you go left over your right, lean to your left. So if you're doing it the opposite way, you're probably not going to feel as good of a stretch in those obliques and into the hip. So we'll do this standing side stretch, just up and reach. And then again, it's dynamic stretching, so we don't hold for too long. All right, let's go to a forward fold, and then walk those hands forward, feet back into your down dog. And then I want you to pedal out your knees and the feet come off the ground, still stretching those shoulders. Stretch those shoulders. Good, and then remember to breathe, and then walk your hands back. And then now if you can get in that deep squat, get in that deep squat. If not, do another stretch. And then push those elbows into those knees. And then if you feel comfortable, let's get a forward fold, stretch the back of the legs. And then meet me back down there. All right, and then let's go to our booty. And then you can start here, nice and easy knee drop. Slow and in control. If you don't need to go slow and get those knees warmed up, you can go ahead and meet me at the top. Stretch those hip flexors and the hips. We have some lunges today, so let's make sure that our knees get warmed up and our hips get warmed up. All right, so as long as you feel good, come down to a kneeling or come up to a kneeling position, and we're just gonna stretch forward and then push back however you feel comfortable. If you wanna just start here to stretch those hamstrings, you know, it's hard to see me, I'm in black or dark colors all the time. So right here, as far as you feel comfortable, and then as far as you feel comfortable, coming back, stretch those hammies. If you can get lower, or if you would rather just go right here. All right, let's do that other side. And if you need to hold something a little bit longer, that's fine. Good. Now from here, if you can put your hands on the floor and then just kind of meet me in the middle here, spread those feet apart, hang your head, stretch. And then now, if you can, bring those feet together, put a bend in those knees, come on up. Let's go quad stretch. Alternate that quad stretch. I had to come and see which Teresa's I had on. I got 2 Teresa's on. All right, let's go hammies. And again, it doesn't have to be that high. I've already had a client this morning, so I'm a little warmed up. Good, 8 to 10 on each leg. and some spinal twist. Okay, so I'm gonna use a medium band today for my band warm up. Because you want to be able to have some movement in it. Now, if you don't have that band and you're not using one this morning, this warm up will still work for you. Okay, so again, I'm not going to use the heavy band because I want to be able to do this, and I want to be able to do something like this. So if it's too tight, you're not going to have range of motion. Okay, so good band, put it on. If not, it'll still be a good workout. Okay, so the first one is we are going to kind of go alternating right here. And then I think I'm leaning a little bit too much. So stay upright and then try to keep your foot forward, not let it open up. So keep it facing forward. Again, core tight with everything that we do. If it's a little too easy, you can keep your feet spread apart when you're doing this. You're not getting me pulling those glutes. Whew. All right. Okay, so now we're going to stay on the same leg and we're going to go front to back. So even if you don't have that band, this should still be good balance work. So, mine are already on fire. I bet Teresa from workout class Saturday, yours are probably on fire still. Oh, Lana too, I bet yours are too. I just said Teresa because she actually texted me and said she was really sore. Good, all right, other side. We did a bunch of band work on Saturday with tight bands. I'm sorry, did I tell you to switch legs? Switch legs. All right, so let's go to the floor for the next one. And this one's kind of weird. Well, not this one, this one's not too weird. The next one. Okay, so you can go to your elbow. We're not gonna go all the way laying down. We're gonna go elbow and it's lift. And then it's, it's lift and then sweep. So lift it up and then sweep it towards me. I can't even talk, my glutes are on fire. Okay, lift it and then forward. And if you need to go down here, you can. I think I have to. So leg lift, back down and sweep to the front. We'll do a few more of these. Okay, so this next one is a weird one. So you're gonna work your lower leg, inner leg lift like we've done, and then you bring your knee to your wrist area. So it's inner leg lift, hand on, you'll feel it at the bottom, and then knee in. Up, and then in. And you can stay on the floor, or this one, you might get a little bit more range and pull if you go to the elbow. And you gotta really bring that leg down there and then in. All right, let's go to the other side for our top leg. So lift it up, bring it back down a little bit, and then sweep it forward. Up, forward. Keep that toe down. Good. Hopefully that was enough. Let's do our inner. Bring it up. Bring it low to the ground. In. Use that band to bring it low. Feel that resistance. If you don't, pull your band down a little bit. Try to get that core tight. All right, then you can meet me right here. You can go to your elbows or your hands, and we're gonna do this abduction. So knees are together, and then abduct and hold. If that hurts your wrist, you can go down to elbows. Or tight. Pull that back up to the knee. Good. All right. Now lay on your back. Rest your head. And we're going to go the same idea. Abduction. If you want, try to keep that resistance when you're doing it. If you have that band on, keep going and keep that resistance. If you don't, or if you're not using the band, you're going to crisscross it at the top. So do that same thing and then come all the way in and crisscross at the top if you don't have a band on. If you're feeling it big time in those hip flexors, you can change how your feet are angled and your knees are angled. You can turn them in a little bit, see if that hits everything a little different. You can turn them out. We'll just do a few more reps because it'll start to really kind of irritate the hips. But just changing the angle of the knees, feet, hips will change where you're feeling it. All right, couple more. And good. Hopefully our legs are nice and warmed up for our exercise. So I'm going to go through just really quickly what we're going to do so that you guys can figure out what and then the point is kind of shallow so that you can get them warmed up today. You don't need to go too low on them. So we're going to do a static lunge, which just means we're not moving anywhere with our feet. We're going to place, and we're going to go lunge, curl, and press. And we're going to stay on the same leg for 30 seconds, and then I'll switch you. And then the next exercise, we're going to either do a renegade row, or it's kind of difficult, and I'll do it as we start. But if it's something that you don't want to do, you're just going to go right here for your bent over rows. We're going to go to the floor for jackknife. Of course, you don't have to. And then we're going to do a side step squat and a bicep curl. So I'm starting kind of light today because I'm tired. But those are our exercises. I got to grab a sip of water and then we'll start. All right, static lunge. Start shallow to warm up those knees, or if you're ready, you can go lower. All right. So lunge position, lunge, curl, press. Stay on that same leg. Again, it can be very shallow. It can just be right here, hammer curl to press. As you go comfortable, if you want to go lower, pull. But not Not needed. Let's switch legs. We're going to keep with our hammer, curl, and press. Let's switch those legs. Core tight. Remember to breathe. Few more seconds. All right. Go to your bent over rows unless you want to meet me down here for renegade row. Now our renegade row, we're going to row it and flip it up. Or you're doing your standing rows. Good. Okay, so we're going to flip to our back for jackknife crunches or regular crunches or the jackknife without weight. So the jackknife is hovering the weight above your head, hovering your feet over the ground, and then double crunch, bringing the weight to your ankles, feet. And again, you don't have to use that weight if you want to go here. Or give me some double crunches. Good, and then if you're doing that jackknife, bring that weight all the way to the shins. Try to get a nice deep or like tight crunch and then hold for a second. So bring that weight and hold it. All right, let's go ahead and grab those weights, those two weights, when we're doing our side step and curl. And this is gonna be a twisted curl. We already did our hammer curl. So squat, curl, side step, curl. All right, rest. Okay, so that's our first circuit. So grab some water, figure out that was a good weight, and let's do it again. All right, grab your weights for our static lunge, curl, press. All right, let's start. All right, switch legs, bring that other leg forward. Same thing. Load the front quads, the front thighs. Push to the heel. can lean forward into it, but just make sure if you're leaning forward into it, that you're not folding forward, like just like flopping over. Good, you guys look fantastic, awesome. All right, go ahead and rest. So if you're doing your standing rows, go ahead and start those standing rows. You could do standing flies or down on the ground for our renegade. All right, I'm just gonna take a peek to see who's doing what. Cool, yeah. Those renegade rows are tough, and then Teresa G, it's hard with kettlebells to do something like that because you can't like put them on the ground and use them for stability. Keep going, keep going. And then if your weight is ever too light, you can make it into a fly instead of a row. All right, awesome, awesome. Let's go to the floor for our jackknife crunches or double crunches. You're doing that jackknife when your legs come straight, squeeze your glutes at the bottom, squeeze the booty, cover the weight, cover your feet. Good. And the other thing is too, you don't have to bring your neck up or your head up if your neck's hurting. Great modification. You can leave your head down. Get a couple more reps. All righty, let's all meet at the top. Let's get our side step squat with our curl. So that's our twisted curl at the top. Give me a nice deep squat. Push through those heels to load those glutes. Core is nice and tight. We're sitting our butt down. Good, perfect. Looks great. Awesome, rest. Okay, water, and then we'll do our last round. So if we're feeling good, let's try to get a little deeper on that lunge if possible for our curl and press. All right, grab those weights. And again, you can stay over. Good, keeping the core tight. A lot of times I'll go inhale at the bottom and exhale when I'm coming up. Go ahead and switch legs, switch legs. So yeah, on the exertion, on the hard part of the exercise for me is coming up. So that's when I would exhale. Inhale, exhale, all while keeping that core tight. Nice. A few more. All right, you guys got your rows or you got your flies or your renegades. I'll go over flies real quick. That could be one foot in front of the other or both feet together. And it's more a little half circle like this. If your weight is too light, if your weight's feeling good, continue on with your bent over row. But when that weight's too light, we need to make it into a fly. Good, good, good. And again, you can put one foot in front of the other. That'll take some of the pressure off that lower back. All right, jackknife or some sort of double crunch. On something like this, I'll inhale as I come down. When I come up, that's when I'll exhale. Awesome. All right, let's get back up. Last exercise, side squat plus a curl. And twisted curl. Get low, deep on those squats. Make it a squat. Don't get lazy, no hinges. Squat, booty down. Good, all right, rest. Okay, we're gonna go to the floor for a bunch of different types of ab exercises. We'll probably go to planks as well. So if you need to get a pad or a towel or something, do that now. All right, let's go ahead and start in plank. So if you're ready to rock and roll, go ahead and get into that plank on the elbows. If you start to get tired, go down to the knees. Plank, elbows under, like lined up with the chest, underneath your shoulders. All right, you guys, go ahead and go to the knees and stretch back. And then now let's go to our back. Okay, then there's a couple different ways that you can do this. So we're here, and you're going to go alternating like this, opposite. Now you can keep your head down if it starts to hurt your neck. You can keep that head down. If it's too easy, you can hover. Hover your feet. Good, rest. Okay, so the next one, it's good if you have your head up, but you can rest it eventually. So you're gonna pull one knee in, your shin, And you're gonna do a 2-count breath. It's kind of goofy Pilates, but like it's like, and then you switch it for 1, 2. So it's exhale, exhale, inhale, and then exhale, exhale. So start with your head up, just so you can feel it. And then when you need to, if you need to, you can rest your head. It doesn't work as well, but I would rather your neck not hurt. I know it's a weird like breath thing, but it like makes you get deeper in your core. All right. Hopefully that was enough reps. So on side plank, so you can go to the knee, and stack your feet or stagger your feet. So side plank with those feet up. And that knee is totally cool. Shoulder, elbow lined up. So in a few seconds, we're gonna do some lifts up and down or continue to hold your side plank. Now, if you can, up and down right here on your knee or still stacked. If not, continue to hold your side plank. If you are doing these, give me good range of motion. Good, all right, let's go do the same thing, other side. Back stagger on the knee, no up and downs just yet. We'll save that for the end. Get those obliques up. Whatever you want to do with this hand up here. I just don't want it to be down here. Let's do some side plank raises. And again, you can do them stacked or on the knee. Good, all right, onto our bellies. So we're gonna get some Superman, lift up your arms and your feet. Inhale, exhale. If you don't like to go to your stomach, opposite arm and leg and alternate. On your belly, you can do this exercise instead. But you're gonna have to alternate it if you do. Good. I want you to push up. Take a few good breaths. We're not done. We're going to go back to another set of our Superman or your alternating opposite arm and leg. So we're going to get a second set here. Or right here. Good. All right. Last exercise, let's go to our back for bicycle crunches. So if you can get all the way extended with that leg, awesome. If not, it doesn't have to go all the way out there. You can keep it closer in. But if you can extend it, I'd like you to do that. Nice and slow and in control. And if you need another modification, like this. where you would go back down your head and your foot and cross over. You guys have 10 seconds. All right, rest. Go ahead and just elongate for me. Stretch those arms overhead, legs out in front of you. If you have time, it would be great to spend 5 minutes stretching. It's gonna kick me off. So great job getting on today, guys. And I will see the rest of you sometime this week. Great job.